Cool. Right, let's start right from the beginning. You got drafted. Congratulations. Talk a little bit about that process. I mean, how was it for you? Obviously, you flew out from here and you were an unknown, and then the combine happened and you basically blew up.
Yeah, basically, I came over and April 27th, my team in Switzerland got knocked in the playoffs. Came over and started working out in Chicago for about a week. I was working down at a gym called East Bank. The assistant coach, Randy Brown, who played with Michael Jordan, he was in the gym, and me and him were going at each other, and he was like real surprised by what I could do and that I could play outside as well. So after my first week there, I had a workout with Chicago straight away with the balls, and that was really good for me just to see the competition, to what to expect. I didn't have a clue what to expect, and then from there, the word spreaded, about me and about how well I did. And you basically, to get into the combine, every GM of every team has to get hold of the people that are in charge of the combine and be like, we want this kid to be, we want to have a look at this kid.
Okay.
So, yeah, once I got in there, it was good just to see how overhyped these guys were, and how some of them were, really good, and some of them weren't as good as the internet says they are. It was really good to play, not really so much play against them in the combine, just to see, these guys, their measurements and their skills.
And how did you feel you stacked up?
I think I was definitely probably the most skilled power forward in the group workout we had, and just difference was really, body wise. Some guys and height. A lot of guys, they were a lot smaller than me. They were like 6'9". They say they're 6'10", 11, but a lot of them are 6'9", but they're big. Real heavy, wide, long arms. So it was a difference in our bodies definitely. But I did well. Got to see a lot of players, make a lot of friendships as well with guys out there.
Yeah. And how did it feel to hear your name called?
It was good. I was sitting in the like a bar with my agent, my friend Miles Davis, just a bunch of people I met in Chicago, and I was watching it. I was getting a bit frustrated and a little bit like, what's going on? And it was kind of, my name came across the bottom, and then everybody in the bar just started like jumping up and down, like people I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And it was like, great, congratulations. And it felt good, man. Then Coach Popovich called me within the next 2 minutes and was like, great to have you and can't wait for you to get down.
Yeah. Did you know for sure that San Antonio were going to select you?
No. From draft night, what you heard was, draft night's crazy. People can drop, stuff can happen. There's like a bunch of guys in the NBA already. They can get traded the same night. So I knew that San Antonio were strongly considering taking me number 20, but with my shoulder, they was like, they weren't sure about it. Utah was trying to trade up to get me because they had the 55th pick. New York, Milwaukee, and Sacramento all said that he won't be available by the time we get him.
Yeah.
And Memphis were real interested in me getting 25, but then they traded that pick, and then they weren't sure about Rudy Gay, so they ended up getting another guard. But it's crazy, man. You never know. I thought I was going to go between 20 and 33. Guy Hassan Whiteside dropped to 33, so Sacramento got him. And then between 30, I don't have anybody. So I knew I'd probably end up at Milwaukee or San Antonio.
Yeah. I mean, were you hoping to get selected higher?
No, I really didn't care. Like, the teams I wanted to go to was New York, San Antonio, Memphis. They were the teams I really wanted to go to, just because the opportunity and how New York were rebuilding. Memphis loved me, San Antonio loved me. Other teams, every workout I went to, I had a great workout, but they were the main teams I wanted to go to, just because looking at Memphis with their power forwards, New York completely rebuilding, and San Antonio just with to learn from Tim Duncan, it's great.
And then so what's happened since you got drafted? I mean, what's the process been like?
Yeah, since I got drafted, I had a week off just in Chicago. Just seeing people, seeing friends. People come to see me, and then I headed down to San Antonio where I got an MRI on my opposite shoulder, on my right shoulder, and they compared them and they looked at it, and basically on my left shoulder, it was an injury. It was an injury that I could have played on for the season.
Yeah.
But speaking with the staff with San Antonio, there was like, there's no point of risking it when you look at the roster on our team, and speaking to my agent as well, they was like, you might as well get it sold and sorted out now.
Yeah.
So, I had surgery last Wednesday, and just been doing light rehab right now, and it's going really well.
Excellent. Where are you? So where are you right now? You're in San Antonio right now, in Texas.
Yeah, I'm in San Antonio. I'm just round the corner in a hotel from the training facilities.
And so what's your schedule at the moment in terms of your rehab? Are you working out a lot and stuff? And
yeah, basically I'm doing a lot of work on my arm. I take the sling off. I let my arm just hang, let the gravity kind of pull it down. I do like circle motions, do bicep curls. Not with any weight, just
yeah.
I lay on my side. I work on my scapula. I do a lot of clock work. It's called like the shoulder clock. And then also I'm working on my working on my legs and my other shoulder and stuff like that, just to keep my conditioning.
So how did you pick up that injury in the first place? Was that what you sustained in Switzerland?
Yeah, it was January, February.
And what did you do?
February 16th. Basically, it was the day before the practice. We had a bad game for a good. I've probably been for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And basically, I went with. I caught it, and another guy jumped from behind, and as I put my leg to caught the donkey, he just caught my arm. He went to block it, but he kind of wrapped his arm around mine. And came clean out. Rushed to the doctor. They got the place for me, and saw about 6-7 specialists, and they was like, considering your age and how it came out, and went back in pretty clean. They said you should rehab it, not get surgery. But they told me different when I came here. They said definitely done.
Yeah. And when are you expecting to be fully fit again?
I'll be back January 23rd.
Okay.
November 21st I can play. Like I can do everything. Just no contact for 2 months, and then I'm hoping to get on the team, the D-League team with Austin, with the San Antonio D-League team.
Yeah, and have they said that? Is that their plans for you? It's not to send you back to Europe.
No, I mean Gran Canaria they're just being great. I mean they've just been real helpful, and they're kind of like whatever. I told them I would love to play the D-League to show everyone here what I can do, and I just feel it'd be easy to get called up rather than playing Europe. And Spurs right now, they're talking with my agent about it, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what sort of player did the Spurs see you being?
Having the role of a shooting format.
Yeah.
Just the role of a shooting format, and they like I speak to them about the workouts I had, and they said I did really well, and that I got after it, and was there to prove a point that I could play, and they liked the way they shoot the ball, and
yeah,
and my potential.
Yeah. And why is obviously lots been made about the fact that you're reluctant to play in Europe next season? I mean, Why is that? Is that because you feel like your easiest route into the NBA is through the D-League, or?
Yeah, I think the easiest route, if you go to the D-League and you really show what you can do and you play hard, I think it's definitely the easiest route. Money's not a factor to me. I don't really care about going back to Europe and making a whole bunch of money. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is my dream. This is like my goal in life, and I feel like I have the talent, the skills, and to play in this league. And I just think the D-League it's not the second best league in the world like the ACB or the EuroLeague, but it's just under the NBA. It's and just from playing in Europe every year, something goes wrong. People want to make money out of you, but they're trying to use you. a lot of teams in Europe, they want to keep you in their program. You know, they already have their older players and they're using them for now, and they just want to keep you in the program. You know, there's rarely a lot of European players that go to draft at 19.
Yeah.
You know, me, Ricky Rubio, there's other guys in the past, but the majority of them, even the Americans, were 22, 21 years old. So that's kind of the reason why I just kind of had enough of Europe. Really, just I've having a great season in Europe.
Yeah.
Not from stats and playing, but just being messed around. You know, as a young guy in Europe, by being misled by certain people.
Yeah. Do you feel like you were taking advantage of when you were younger?
Yeah, I think in a way, you know, you see a young guy who has talent to be an NBA player, a young guy who has talent to be, you know, somebody. Everybody wants to jump on it. You know, they want to jump on it. They think because you're young, you know, you don't know what's going on. You know, and people definitely do that. And a couple of people, you know, in my career so far, I've definitely tried to do that, and some people have. So.
Yeah. And then talking about I mean, are you aware of kind of the buzz that you're creating within the UK basketball community?
No, I mean like a lot of people claim they know me in England, but like I'm from Kent, from Sittingbourne, so it's not like I'm not the other guys like Ashley and Matthew and Justin. You know, I'm completely the opposite. You know, I'm down there, down in the country, so. It's like, and I left at 14, so a lot of people don't know me, but my mum was telling me, you know, following your website, Great Talent website, and, you know, she was telling me, everyone in Kent Crusaders as well was telling me, so.
Yeah, everyone's really pleased, man. It's obviously, it's good for British basketball as a whole, and I think everyone's happy to see one of us, if you want to call it that, succeed. So yeah, man, everyone's been following, obviously. I did a pre-draft timeline on Hoopsfix that was followed regularly and got a lot of traffic. Then obviously when the mixtape dropped, that was pretty massive, and I think it's approaching around that.
Yeah, that helped a lot. That was huge because people were like, who's this guy? You know, they was like, he's 6'9", 260, you know, and then he's you know, and then as soon as you released that mixtape, people really saw, you know, what I could do. Like that helped.
Yeah.
That was huge. Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem, man. I'm glad because where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years and then 10 years. What would you say? What do you reckon?
5 years, I'd just say in the NBA, I'd say a legit NBA player. You know, not just a draftee and then, you know, make some money and then, you know, drop out whatever, or off the scene. I'd say a decent, legit NBA player. And then I'd say in 10 years' time, you know, have an NBA championship. And, you know.
Setting your sights high.
Yeah, definitely, you have to, man. Like, even I remember when I was like 15, 14, I was like, I'm being the NBA. 2010, I'm being the NBA. Watch me. Everybody was like, yeah, okay, Ryan.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh shit, he did it. And even everyone in England before the draft, they was all like, no way he's gonna get drafted. Like, you know, I always knew I'd get picked. Like, I just knew what I can do at my height. You know, it's rare, so I knew I was gonna get picked up.
Do you use that hating as a motivation?
Oh yeah, like I love it. Like, because I remember everyone in England was hating like hard. Everyone was telling me like before I went to the combine and stuff.
Yeah.
And I use it as motivation, like not getting picked for GB and people in the past trying to like screw me over and stuff, and you know, and stuff like that. I've always used it as motivation. No one's ever told me, you know, you're not good enough or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've never said that. People say that your attitude and stuff like that, and whatever, more than this and this. But no one's ever said you haven't got the tools, or you're not good enough to be in the NBA. No one's ever said that, but people always been like, yeah, this and this.
Yeah.
They really don't. Like I said, like a lot of people in England talk like, oh yeah, he's this and this. I don't leave Kent. You know what I mean? Like no one knows me. Like no one knows me like that in England. And even when I play for England, we're out of the country. We're in Bosnia or we're in Estonia or you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely use it as motivation. This is Ryan Richards, and you're listening to Hoopsfix.com.